Representing the 31 to 53 foot class in the center console category, the Seafox 328 Commander has an overall length of 32 feet, a beam of 10 feet 8 inches, and a max horsepower rating of 700. Designed for virtually unlimited offshore range with amenities to accommodate everyone on board, she has a draft of 24 inches, a dead rise of 22.5 degrees, a dry weight of 8,975 pounds, and a fuel capacity of 311 gallons. Now, let's hear more from our hosts, Dave East and Rick Riles.
Now we're going to take a look at the Seafox 328 Commander, and everywhere you look, there's a useful feature or function on this boat. It's incredible.
This boat has more sport fish qualities than it does center console qualities.
Well, that's what I was saying. I haven't thought of a thing that you would do in a boat this size that this boat wouldn't do, and not just do very well. Fish in deep water, fish in shallow water, diving, crossing the islands, taking the family out for just a dinner cruise. Let's look at the individual features that set this boat apart.
Okay, let's break it down.
Let's start up here at the bow. Look at the seating. You can face backwards, or the backrest flip up and you can face forwards. You've got additional seating here, so you can put a lot of people on the bow of this boat, and her displacement will take the weight of all these people up here. And not only just the seating, the amount of storage you have up under here. This is U-shaped seating under here. It's all storage. Underneath this lounge area, this lifts up, and that's all storage. Check out the inside of this console.
Oh, you mean the AC?
Absolutely.
Son, that's cool air.
Well, you've got 3 steps leading down where you can easily get in and out of the console, even if it's rough. You've got a porcelain head down there, you've got a sink, a shower, you have a little berth. That's going to make a huge difference in the time that you can spend down inside this console.
That's what I meant when we were talking about compare this more to a sport fishing boat than you do a center console. For 95% of the center consoles you and I've done in the last 3-4 years, AC's been off the table.
Just those 2 little vents right there blowing AC out of the console. You've got misters built into the fiberglass hardtop. The combination of those 2 things right there is going to make it a nice, pleasant experience underneath this hardtop in the hot summertime. What Seafox was able to do with the beam just under 11 feet, they give you 3 helm chairs, and they centered the helm. This lets the captain be in the center of the console, and the 2 passengers can come up on either side. Everyone has protection behind the windscreen. They've angled the dash so the guy in the center driving can actually see the screens, doesn't have the glare.
Look at the tackle station drawers under here. Name the one place on the boat that never gets wet. Okay?
Oh, absolutely.
Right here,
yes.
all right? I store my best lures in there. They're going to stay as dry as a bone.
This isn't a fiberglass hardtop. This is an engineered component to this boat. What I mean by that is they've got storage fore, they've got storage aft, your radio's built in, they even have a sunroof. I've never seen that in a hardtop. Well, I mean, it's actually kind of cool.
In case you need a little more sun while you're fishing.
Well, no, you can close it and it blocks the sun out. You've got built-in lighting. But the coolest thing I've seen, they have a hatch in the front that drops down to keep all of your Coast Guard stuff. It's right there, it's accessible, and it's out of the way, and it's out of the weather. You're not going to go to use your fire extinguisher only to find that it rusted out.
Step back into my world. Look at this, all right? We have a cutting board, right? No, we don't. We flip it over, and you make sandwiches. But more importantly than that, check out the bait tray, okay? I can rig 2 dozen ballyhoo, lay them right here. Bait is done, and it's not sliding all over the boat.
Well, it's not only for the fishermen. What you just showed us, it's a great place to make a sandwich where you're going to keep all your stuff and keep it on a cooler. You push a button, the cooler comes out automatically behind you. A dive door. We've seen plenty of these. The way they've engineered this dive door, it opens all the way up and it stays in the open position with a magnet. So pull a big fish in, go in and out if you're diving or whatever, the door is completely out of the way. And there's no better way to get on and off a dock than through a side door.
For your live bait fishermen, all right? You need 500 greenies. How about a pressurized 60-gallon live well? You need a dozen blue runners, one right next to it. Why would you chase your blue runners around there? You'd never catch them.
Well, really quick, explain the difference of a pressurized live well and why you would want one like that.
Well, for example, it holds the water down, keeps it from sloshing so much so you don't end up with spillage over the side of your live well.
Okay, what are you going to do with the bait when you get it offshore?
I'm going to put a nose hook in a red hot sardine and drop him out behind my boat.
And if you catch a big fish?
I need a fish box.
You've got 2 of them, and they are huge. You're always bragging about the big fish you catch. I'm gonna call these Rick-sized fish boxes, because not only will they hold the fish, you can get in there and lay down and shut the lid. I'm serious. They're giant. But they even went so far as to put a smaller cooler right outside the dive door.
For
Look.
your fish, how nice.
Well, you can use it that way because if I'm going to pull this boat up to the sandbar, I don't have to get back in to get a nice cool beverage. I can just lean inside with the door open and the cooler's right there.
This really is a lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? This is a major family commitment. It's a major commitment to tow it. It's a major commitment to purchase it. But if you're like me and you can't stay out of the blue water, man, do you need to look at this Seafox 328.